Hello there, and welcome to Just the Boss Fight, a series where I bring you the best encounters from our D&D and other tabletop shows over at Twitch TV Dice Priori, from our series like Ghost in the Machine, Big Boy Season, and maybe even some others that you might see. But before I get started with that, I wanted to just point your direction to a giveaway that we're having over on our Twitter and Twitch. I'm going to drop the link below to this promotional, and all you have to do is like and retweet the post, and then follow us on Twitch TV /Dice Priori to get entered in to win all sorts of awesome swag, 2 mugs and a shirt of your choosing, from Sturm Nerdware, some dice from Dice Envy, 1 hard copy of Dark Matter by Mage Hand Press, and one hard copy of Descent into Avernus. Everything you need to run your own dynamic, brilliant boss battle encounters, just like we do over here on Dice Priori. So make sure you go down and check out the link below. It's simple. You just like, you retweet, and you follow us on Twitch. Whenever we hit 1,200 followers on Twitch, we will do the drawing. If you're more about that Instagram life, I'm going to also go ahead and drop a link to our Instagram giveaway down below, and you can click on that and follow the instructions there. Enough about that, let's get back to the boss fight. So here I brought you today from Season 5, Episode 8, which was Series Episode 57 of Ghost in the Machine, a boss battle with a gargantuan, even larger than that, like colossal, awesome-sized mountain elemental. I used, I believe, what is literally called a mountain elemental from Kobold Press, and then changed some things around, and made it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more appropriate, and because this was not so much a mountain as it was a walking iceberg, I made sure to switch things around and make it a little more thematic. So what's going on here is they have now entered the Cold Unending. If you remember the Archfey from the last boss fight, they are now entering her plane of existence that now that they killed her, they banished her to, and they are going to deal with her once and for all now that she is materialized in her Archfey form. They've made their way through the land of the Cold Unending, and all that stands between them and confronting Morgan one last time is this literal iceberg and its earth elemental cohorts, the Ancient and Unbroken as we call it. Anyway, just like some of our other fights that you're going to see and have seen already, this is an encounter that's going to require a lot of clever thinking, a lot of tactical decisions, and unconventional means of bypassing this creature, because it is, as its title says, ancient and unbroken. And we're going to see the heroes, the Prism, come up against this creature and really have to try to figure a way past it that doesn't involve just killing it, because it may indeed just be unkillable. They have a brief well, I'll let you see it for yourself. Alright, here is the Ancient and Unbroken from Season 5, Episode 8, Series Episode 57 from the Ghost in the Machine, Forgiveness. Alrighty, I need you all to roll initiative.
Let's try a different dice.
So that's the one I'm going to try to charm?
No. Nope. Your condition is still removed, and your wounds were not permanent. You still made your bargain. Yep.
Whew. Wow. Okay. Well then.
Okay. I forgot to set up my dice.
How dare.
Y'all can... Did I get rid of that? Okay. Alrighty, folks, we are going to start the fight with the Ancient and Unbroken outside the oldest temple. Give the Prism some support. Show them some love. We need it. If you want to join tonight's stream, be sure to follow, go to the Twitter, and retweet for us. Get some folks in here, because the Prism are going to need every ounce of your support, because you know that in the boss fights in Ghost in the Machine, we do not pull punches, and we do not fuck around.
No, we really don't.
This is a boss.
It's gonna be real. What do you think this is?
Minus 50 DKP.
This is the minion before the boss.
No, these were minions, and this was just...
One thing I'd like to say is that Clokey has me up in the air already. Is that cool?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, initiatives 25 to 20.
23.
23.
21.
Damn.
Well then.
Yeah.
Huh.
Selena.
16. Thought I rolled pretty well.
Kroll. Yeah, Kroll. Good God. Toxic.
So do you need me to move myself to wherever I was gonna be?
Yep.
Am I trying to cast charm on rock then? Is that what
You're
you
doing
wanted?
the closer one. You're doing crystal.
I'm doing
attacking
crystal.
rock.
Okay, alright, cool.
So, okay.
Alright, I'm there.
I should just
Cloaky is there. with
just
me.
put myself behind him. Oh, no kidding. We could have.
Stone.
If it's dark enough, you can teleport there.
Okay, so they're basically just going together. Okay. Well, alright. Stone.
Actually,
Well,
probably a bad idea.
Cloaky.
He's not surprised.
Cloaky bit the dust.
Aw.
Bit the bullet or whatever. They rolled one. Okay.
It's fine.
Early gifts, the
Well,
gifts
we
of
moved
new
very
characters.
close
Yeah.
together then, so that's actually not that bad.
So, as you all get yourself in position, are snaking along, using the shadows to coalescing around, you two realize that you're a little bit out of position. You start to move, and you can hear the crumble of the ice fall into that chasm. And you look down in that chasm, you're like, they're beneath. Right. Let's hope this chasm doesn't get any wider. At the same time, Justice, you go.
Alright, so I'm going to use my prodigious speed to close the distance with rock.
Yeah.
I'm giving rock the surprise condition, so I get auto crit sneak attack with advantage.
Yep.
So first attack is a 19 on the dice, so that's a 27, 28. Yeah, 28.
Yeah, definitely hits. Sorry.
I'm going to just roll my damage really quick.
You are good on all your damage types. The only one I need to know against these guys is Thunder.
Thunder!
Got it.
Ah.
Thunder!
Hey, Mom.
So there's, let's see, 6, 12 plus 6 is 18, 36 plus 5, so 41 points of damage for the first hit.
41, got it.
Second attack. It's a nat 20.
Okay.
Wait, it's auto crits. Duh.
Sure is.
Well, that
It's an
means I
auto
still
hit,
hit.
which is nice.
Yep. That is 5, 8,
Oh, I forgot to roll for Astra.
16, 21 points of damage.
21, got it.
Key point, flurry of blows.
Okay. Astra, man, the initiatives are insane.
15 plus 9, 26 to hit, 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That is 6.
Astra got a 19 on a +2 on her initiative.
Wait a minute. Did I forget anything? No, I didn't. 12. 12 plus 5. 17 points of damage.
17, got it.
Oh, actually, no, that's unarmed. I apologize.
That's okay.
17, add 6.
Okay.
And then last but not least, that is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
Good. That's...
So you moved there.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's 25 points of damage.
25. Gotcha. Oh my god.
that was almost 100 points of damage out of you.
That's quite a lot. So you walk up to the creature and you can see they turn their head, but they are far too late as you kind of snake forward like a shadow and you strike into its abdomen and it immediately just skitters across this deep, thick ice and rock monstrosity, this elemental. And you strike back with a backhand and kind of kick and punch. Yeah, it is an elemental.
I thought you said elemental with
Well,
your pun.
that's
I
back in
mean-
later. We're not there yet. Elementals will come. later in the campaign. And by the time you are done working it over, you can see this creature is, what do we say beyond bloodied? Very hurt. Below a quarter of their life. They are kind of pieces are falling off of them, and they just kind of look at you and start to raise their fists. They are actually still surprised. Gilly.
I'm going to cast Charm Monster on Crystal.
You let out the spell, and unfortunately it fails.
Cool.
Yeah. Creatures cannot be charmed, they cannot be charmed because they're in the presence of their master.
That Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Cool. In that case, bonus action. My bonus action is going to be. I'll.
You want to heal yourself from that?
Stop it. Go away. I will.
From that burn.
Yeah.
Not burn. Just a feature in D&D.
The pain of the turn.
Pain of losing a 4th level spell. I'll give an inspiration to Astra,
Okay, she's gonna need it.
and I'll.
Just realized the last battle's on repeat. That should fix it.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's the turn.
Okay, are you 20 feet up with Cloaky?
I was at least 20 feet up, but
Okay.
maybe I should be more. I'll ask Cloaky to move me up higher.
Okay, Sevilius.
Alright. Pull out my blade. I will go into my blade zone. And then I will dimension door.
Alrighty.
And I will dimension door.
Oh boy.
Oh, good lord.
Oh boy. Really? Why? Why? Why are you like this?
Back one, so
Back
you're not
one?
actually
Okay.
inside the creature.
Yeah, I didn't know where his boundaries were.
Just get inside him. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's,
so this is
it's
like
actually much larger than the Pog is. It's about the size. It's probably, if I actually dimension it, it's basically the size of that platform.
okay, but it's not like in a building where we can't see it.
Oh, it's right
Okay.
there. It's guarding the front door.
Looming.
Well, that's a thing you've done.
It is. I almost did the same thing.
Would you like to make your free attack?
That is right. That it does count as a teleport.
Oh
Yep.
no.
I will.
Boy. Oh.
That will be a 17 to hit.
That will miss it.
Probably miss, yeah. Okay.
So you pull out the blade of the vizier and enter your blade song, and it's almost instantaneously you kind of jump forward, and when you do, you land with a lunge, and your rapier just kind of bends, and the ancient and unbroken looks down at you.
Okay, so it's 105 feet. Is that what I'm reading?
Is that your turn?
It is. I do have Displacer Beast up
You do.
as well now.
Astra.
Oh boy.
110 feet. Holy Christ.
10, 15, 20, 25. Oh wait, she can. What am I doing? 5, 10, she can teleport. So you see her. She actually is going to stand there for a bit for her first round. She's like, okay, showtime, I think. And she puts one hand up and another hand up, and you can see starlight starting to form around her. She begins to. Ooh, that's cocked. You gave her an inspiration?
I did.
God, she's having a rough
D8.
time. That's an 8 on the inspiration
Oh,
dice.
good.
Okay, so she makes it. That's one success.
Okay. Just say real quick to Astra. If it's going to listen to me, how do I do that?
She says, I don't know. Try charming it.
Oh boy. Charm didn't work on the other ones.
But the Ancient Unbroken's master isn't present.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so that's Astra's one success. The lair actions don't get to go yet. This is the first round of combat.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to have that.
Selena.
Oh god, the undead are gonna come spewing out of that
Oh.
that crevice.
So on my turn, I'm going to, as
not great.
calmly as possible,
not
move
good.
myself next to Ashla.
You just like very calmly walk away from the crevice. Like, not gonna think about it.
That's right. Because I don't have my boots
Just the
flying
hands.
off right now. So I'm going to basically make sure that I'm not going to be in Astra's way if I'm in front of her.
You're good.
So basically, I'm here to keep stuff away from you. And then I'm going to go ahead and because I moved up 10 feet, I should be able to hex the big bad in front of Sevelius.
Okay, hexed. What ability score are you choosing for the hex?
I'm assuming that it uses strength.
It does.
To hit with the giant hammer thing.
It does. So that'll affect its grappling abilities, but not its actual attack.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it from grappling you. Yes, so strength.
Probably yes.
So I'm going to give it disadvantage on strength. And then...
It's not great.
Eldritch Blast!
Okay. Pop, pop, pop.
Because any one that I hit, I get to add a d6 necrotic.
Yep. So go ahead and make 3 attacks.
Ooh, which ones do I want?
The spell attack rolls.
Pop, pop.
Okay.
Pop, pop, pop.
1 natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. I think the other one is a 19 to hit.
19 misses.
On the big dude?
Yes.
Nice!
You see it drill into like his kneecap and it just harmlessly bounces off.
Then a natural 1. So
that also misses.
It really does. It really
Are
does.
we sure?
So-
What's the
So
total?
that's 1d10 plus a d6 necrotic.
Yep, and you double it.
So
So you can roll double the dice or roll them twice or however you want to do it, but it's double it.
I'll just go ahead and double it.
Okay.
So that's 2 6s. So that's 24 points of damage.
Nice.
So 12 necrotic and 12 force.
Nice. So the 3 green beams shoot off, snaking around Sevelius. Only one of them finding purchase. Is that your turn?
That is, I have moved, I have bonus action, and I have actioned. Yes, I believe that is my turn.
Alrighty. Rock's turn. The one in front. Oh, well, Stone's turn, actually. I'm sorry. Stone's turn. Stone is going to meld into the ice. So you see it just fall into the ice and starts. You can see it kind of burrowing and snaking across.
It's gonna come up with a bunch of undead in its hands. That would be great.
Throwing undead.
It's not going that deep, unfortunately.
Thank goodness.
And I could
Dove too deep and too greedily.
I'm just
It
picturing.
springs up with a speed of 80 feet,
Of course.
landing in front of Selena. With us, return. It's going to grapple you.
With us return.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check to contest the grapple.
Neither are great, guys. Acrobatics or athletics. I will choose acrobatics because I actually have a bonus to that one.
Okay.
That is a 12 plus 2, so that is a whole 14.
I will double check and make sure, but I believe they beat you. They got a 17.
Yeah, of course they did.
So you are grappled.
I'm very grappled.
That's
Let
not a
me
cutting
take
words I can
a concentration check on the hex, which of course I got a 16 plus numbers.
Yeah, you're
so
okay.
My hex is fine.
It's with its second attack, it's going to just kind of kidney punch you.
Neat.
17 to hit. Did you have an interrupt?
Yeah, well, that grapple was that an attack? Or was
Yeah,
that
they
just
are. They are technically.
So it's a cutting words potential grapple,
But it's in a.
or not.
I don't think cutting words is meant to.
I didn't think so. I wasn't sure.
I'm willing to play with it if you are. For now, we can revise it later.
You know I can get myself out of grapple though.
You do know that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's
Form
right.
of movement.
You're not worried about her yet. I'll
I'm
say.
not. I'm
Okay.
not. That's fair.
So 17 to hit.
But that kidney punch. My AC is 16.
I keep getting you by 1. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm just picturing this like because she just getting punching her.
I found that grappling is a really good way to spice up fights. You all should.
It is.
If you all didn't see Big Boy season, there was a giant wrestling match. It was awesome.
Can't wait.
Giant wrestling match. Okay. So they glide over you and they punch you in the kidney as they have you grappled. They haven't done it yet, but you can see them. You can feel them start to sink back into the ice, and you are going to be going with them.
Yeah.
I still have water walk up.
That won't prevent being dragged into the ice.
Oh.
Yeah, it just helps you walk. It doesn't actually prevent like being pulled down.
If she gets
Got it.
free, though, will Water Walk shoot her to the top?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, I did this for a reason, guys.
Yes. I love 11th level fighting. It makes me so happy. So that is that thing's turn. That's Stone's turn.
Okay.
Rock's turn.
Also, I have fireball. I'll be fine.
It looks at you and says,
You're the one who said not to
with
fire.
the rest you belong. and it goes to
Oh,
reach.
geez, that's why they're undead.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They took care of it.
It's not good. 22.
That just
You-
hits.
You make it. No, an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
You can test it.
19.
It grapples you.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. Yep.
It will then drag you into the earth 80 feet.
Do you want to try to attack me? I'm kidding.
And then attacks you.
Ah, yes!
So while in beneath the earth, you are restrained, so it has advantage on the attack,
Oh boy.
which is natural 20.
Oh.
Okay.
So you're gonna take.
This is supreme
Let me,
damn good.
let me double check.
I need to add my 10 hit points.
So glad I had downtime to plan these fights better. Can I do math? Yeah, 18 plus.
Do that.
19, 18 plus 5, 23 points of bludgeoning damage on the attack. Kidney. So you are restrained, you are grappled, and you are. I won't say you're blinded because it's ice, so you can kind of see a little bit. But I'll say your vision is like 10 feet or something. You're in heavily. You're like in heavily.
Yeah, like if I look up, can I see like the distant like light of the surface?
Yes, I would say that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that thing's turn.
Sweet.
You are 80 feet below. Crystal's turn.
Here comes Crystal with the chair.
Oh, stop it. With a boat, it looks like.
Okay.
No, Matthew, no! It was a joke!
So it's going to appear here, and you see it pick up the boat.
Oh,
Now we can't get across the rift.
I want Astra and Selena to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god.
Of course you do.
It swings this massive boat at you and Astra's like, oh no!
Oh no!
Dexterity saving throws, you said?
Yes.
Let's try the big dice
What
again.
have I done?
Let's see what the DC would
Nope.
be.
That's, I'm not even going to tell you the number. That's single digits. It's just a no.
Astra fails too. You're going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and so will Astra.
Why aren't you using your
Okay.
tower, you coward?
Let me go ahead
Oh!
and
She's scared we'll win.
I lose concentration on Hex.
Oh no!
The DC was just 10, you didn't quite get there?
Because you added numbers to it.
Con save.
My concept.
Just plus.
Oh, I have advantage on this shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, are you sure?
Caster.
And it does
Well,
happen.
that was a 5 and a 7 on the dice, so
The
that's
7 gets there.
Okay, perfect.
Because your con save is plus 4 now.
Yes, it is.
Glorious.
So you take 14 points of damage, so does Astra. Astra had 17 temp. I'll put her at 3 there. So
he's
the
disadvantaged.
Earth Elemental grabs the boat and swings it. That'll take up both of their
Does
attacks.
he also hit his buddy who has me grappled?
Stops right there. He just starts to swing it on the back end.
Yes! Yes!
Showboats with it a little bit.
Showboats.
Swinging it
Oh,
around his
God.
neck.
He doesn't want to hit his friend with a love boat.
The Ancient and Unbroken's turn.
Yeah,
I'm
if he
in
hit
the
his-
I'm
if
in
he
the
hit his friend, it would be a
safest spot.
love tap with a love boat. It needs more shopping.
The
I'll
Ancient
get
and
there.
Unbroken is going to...
It's gonna swallow Rob in one gulp.
Hey.
Descend into the earth. Not Civilius, but Rob.
I think... Oh, it's pretty intelligent. They are pretty intelligent. What would they do? So, the creature does not rely on sight. Does that, I believe, displace for Beast Kata?
Oh yes, no. If he doesn't rely on sight, or if he has other senses like tremor sense,
Yeah.
I don't think that works. Or that doesn't do anything.
Okay, the 19 is the first attack to hit,
Miss.
and then 27 on the second.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You're-
Yeah, that'll still hit.
Okay, you're going to take 21 points of bludgeoning damage from its
Alright.
second slam attack. So it swings this maul and kind of bats into you and use some of the magic to deflect some of the blow, but it still gets through. It is then going to just step over you.
Oh no.
Doesn't quite leave your threatened range, just ends right there.
Wow.
And looks out at its, and it shouts, "Trust,
This is not going to end well.
trespassers." That is the end of its turn. On Cloaky's turn, they're going to move you 20 feet up.
And I'm asking Cloaky to move me not just up, but also towards the thing.
Okay. 5, 10,
Flying her up. Right within grabbing distance.
15, 20. Okay, there you go. So it'll move you kind of diagonally. Clokey's turn. Clokey will fire a shadow bind on the thing that has you grappled. Misses the 5 on the dice. At the end of Clokey's turn,
Yep.
I believe in a thing called love.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
it is going to... Yeah, it's going to try. Okay, only you are around. That's good enough for it right now. Tavilius, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That would be a 23.
You do make it. So it's going to use 2 of its legendary actions, and it's going to emit a thunderous roar. Leave! And a burst of energy flies 20 feet out, and it well, you're not there anymore, but it just kind of shatters around. You can see the ice crack a little bit.
Oh, supremely not good.
You succeed, so you take 20 points of or 10 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And they're not knocked prone. That is its 2 legendary actions at the end of Clokey's turn. At the top of the round, Justice, you are restrained, you are having difficulty seeing, you are grappled, and you are 80 feet below ground.
I'm going to look up to that distant light of the ice above me, and I'm going to try to tap my storm jumpers together. I teleport 90 feet up to the surface, and he is going to have to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Probably will fail. 18.
He makes it.
Okay.
So no damage, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And I pop up onto the surface. That was my bonus action. I look up and I see that guy. How high up is he?
Who's how high up is it?
The unbroken.
We shall see. It should be about 20 feet-ish. Let me double check. So he is 30 feet away from you. He's a minimum of 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I suppose I would grab the edges of my cloak and fly up and land next to Silvilius.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to attack him.
Okay.
So that was my bonus, my move, and here are my attacks.
Perfect.
That is a 24.
That does hit.
Alrighty. 2, 4. Where'd my force dice go? Where'd you go? Alright, I'll use you. I dropped the dice.
You did.
That is 10, 14, 19 points of damage.
19?
Yep.
Could you please, for this creature, I need to know cold, fire, lightning, thunder.
1 point of lightning.
So that's 0.
Yep.
And then, okay, and bludgeoning. Those are the types I need to know. So just let me know your damage as you go.
Yep. So that was attack number 1.
So 17, so 16?
16.
Yep.
Mm.
So you strike into it with the zigzag dagger, and you can hear the zigzag dagger go as it strikes against the ancient and unbroken, and it kind of skids across, and it did not like that.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yep.
Stunning strike.
24.
Okay, it makes it. That misses.
Okay, so you go wide with the second one. That's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your move. That is your turn.
Correct.
Gilly.
Yep. How hurt? That's a stupid question. I can use the overlay.
Y'all are welcome to use the player overlay to no player healing. Everyone looks pretty good.
That's right. Okay, well, I think we're probably going straight in with Morgan after this.
Indeed.
So I need to save something. I will cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Mm-hmm.
For elementals.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start there. So that's my action and my bonus action. I'll just call out. Oh, I'm not close enough to inspire, am I? I sure am. I still am. 60 feet, not 30 feet. I was wrong. I'll just shoot out an inspiration to Astra again.
Okay. That it?
And I ask Clokey to keep me going closer. I need another 15 or 20 feet closer.
So, Velius, you're standing behind the Ancient and Unbroken, the towering, living iceberg.
Alright. I will save what I thought I was going to do for later. Though, I do have a map question.
Yeah.
So, So measuring on this doesn't necessarily work that well, because if he's at the edge, the part of the map... Here, let me show my ruler. This part here...
25.
Showing.
25 from foot to foot, so he's 30.
But from where the crack is, he's next to it, right? Because that's vertical.
No, he's 30 away. He's just 30 away.
Okay, so that slants down then?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he's higher than it.
Right, 30 feet
Well,
up.
yeah, 30 feet
Yeah.
vertical, but not like away.
Doesn't
So if he were to push off the edge, he'd go down to where the crack is.
He would.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll save that little tidbit for
Oh
later.
god, that's where he wants to go. He's gonna come up with all the undead.
I hope not. Alright, I will then...
It's always handy when you build your temple on, when you take over your temple on top of a prison. When you're ice creatures, you can just put all the people you don't like beneath the temple.
Into the ice.
Perfect. Yep.
Alright, so I am going to go ahead
And convert
and
their
do,
bodies to your army of undead.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yep. It's
Fire
really great.
Shield. Is what I'm casting as my action.
Fire shield, which does fire and resist cold.
Correct.
Okay.
So that'll be my action, and then as my bonus action, I don't have anything. So, yep, that will be my turn, and I'll just stay there ready.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, I think this makes sense. At the end of your turn, it is going to use grasping soil on Astra, actually. They don't make it. It's a con save.
She
Or,
had
excuse me, dexterity
inspiration.
save. That's true.
Probably not.
No.
Alright, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she has advantage.
Oh,
She's-
good.
That didn't help. So you can see the ice. Well, I'll call this ice prison since this is kind of reskinned. These shards of ice go and imprison Astra.
Oh, wait. I'm within 60 feet of him, right?
Yeah.
Is that a spell?
It's not. It's not. It's a legendary
never
special
mind.
action.
That's fine.
So she is now restrained. That is what happens.
Okay.
At the start of Astra's turn. Okay. That's funny. Oh, okay, my bad. That makes sense. So it's going to... Sorry, I should have double-checked the wording. It is going to also target Sylvilius and Justice with that. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws. It targets 3 creatures. Yep.
That's not great. Oh, that's not great at all.
24.
You're good?
Yeah, 8.
You're restrained. There's an ice prison.
Is my fire shield melted?
No, it just start, and you'll lose it at the start of your next turn, actually, which is interesting. I guess it's meant to pummel you while it's up. At the start of Astra's turn, their ice prison falls away.
Okay, then.
And they're going to use their action to invoke the ritual. They are going to use the inspiration. The inspiration with the +5 does get there.
Oh, thank God.
Good.
She is not having a good time on these ritual rolls. She's like, I promise I'm like really powerful and like well respected.
Okay. This never happens to me.
I'm really a grand hag, I promise. I didn't
I'm
fake
not
the
just
interview.
pretending.
Yeah, it's not, I didn't lie on my resume.
It's just like a VP at like a banking firm. You know, everyone's a VP.
That's right. That's right.
This performance anxiety that she's giving me second hand while I'm standing next to her.
Yep.
Nobody look at me.
Yeah.
I can't do what people are
So she reaches and stars start to gather more and more around her hands, and you can see this very gentle ripple of force energy behind her, like forming like a circle. And you can see starlight glow from her hands, brighter and brighter. Selena, it's your turn.
Okay, is Astra still within reachable distance from me with me being grappled?
Yeah, you can touch her.
Okay, perfect.
Grapple is like this. It's not like this.
Oh, got it. Okay, so, alright, then let me do something. Alright. Okay, so, I'm alright with being grappled for a hot second. So, let's go ahead and I'm gonna reach out and, touch Astra and give her freedom of movement so that no one else can grapple her permanently.
Okay.
And then she has that for the next hour. That uses one of my spell slots. And then I'm going to go ahead and poison spray the guy who's got me grappled.
Okay. Let me double check. They are immune to poison damage.
They are immune to poison damage.
Just kind of gloss over them.
Earth elementals, yo.
Alright, then I lost that one.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
But you bless Astra, and you can see her body start to move rapidly as the freedom of movement takes hold, and she is now immune to those effects. You cast out the poison, washes over, and that is your turn.
It is.
Stone's turn. Stone has you grappled, and it says, with the rest, and it drags you 40 feet into the earth, actually, since I forgot that part. 40 feet, since it has you grappled. And then it will attack you twice.
Certainly will.
You are restrained, so it has advantage.
It certainly does.
That is a 24 to hit.
It certainly hits.
Okay. And then a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take 28 points of bludgeoning damage over those two attacks, 14 and 14.
Okay.
Yep. Because you are trapped in ice, you have water walking but not water breathing on, so you'll suffocate, but it's like 4 minutes till you do, so you're fine. It won't really come up. That is Stone's turn as they trap you, and you can kind of feel, you still have like a little bit of, you kind of know how far these things are down, and you're not comfortable being 40 feet below. That's Stone's turn. Rock's turn. Oh, okay. Rock is going to make their way up the temple, unfortunately. Oh, no, it's made up. They are going to... No. They're going to glide over. They're going to glide over to Astra and make 2 attacks.
Was he still 40 feet under the ground?
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually.
Or 80 feet,
80
actually.
feet, yeah. So they'll come up with their movement, kind of in a diagonal direction. So they were there, 80 feet down. I'm going to say they get about there.
Perfect.
And then they're going to basically take a chunk of the ice and chuck it at Astrid.
Glorious.
And they will miss. You see it land on her chest and just get deflected off by her naturally resistant hag armor, her hag skin. Thank you for that reminder.
You're welcome.
Crystal, that is swinging the boat, brings it down. And that's just like, oh no. That does not hit Astra. Yes. So she looks over and she puts out a hand, and there's this kind of burst of starlight, and it just the boat shatters in half and breaks into pieces as it was frozen solid, and the creature tosses the boat aside. That was Crystal's turn. Ancient Unbroken's turn. They get back all their legendary actions.
Oh.
Yeah, sure do. They are going to turn around. Not turn around. They just kind of gesture. Oh, I've clicked wrong things. Oh no.
What's happening?
How did we end up at meat spin?
That is not what I wanted.
No.
They
Don't
are
leave me
going
on.
to
Oh no.
turn to you two behind them and smash the ice mound on the ground, setting out a massive rippling burst of ice shards, energy, and power. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Which we have disadvantage on because we're restrained.
I'm not.
Or
Yes.
I have disadvantage on because I'm restrained.
Yep, you sure do.
Let me see. I don't have advantage, right? It's just the evasion.
Yep.
Okay. 21.
14.
This
What?
is again an ability, not an attack,
Correct.
not a spell.
This thing doesn't really
right?
have spells.
Okay.
21 fails. DC was 22.
Can I spend some fortune to increase my roll?
You can increase the churn.
Oh yeah.
That's the only mechanic I have. And then you fail as well. You will both take 58 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone and restrained.
This isn't cold damage.
Nope.
I'm unconscious.
Can I cutting words the damage on that
Yep.
though? By 1.
I'm unconscious.
Yay!
Didn't save you.
Real great.
So 57.
Good God.
Man, how
These
close
dice.
was I?
Oof. By 1. The DC was 22.
Fuck nuggets.
You did take half though because you have evasion.
Oh,
That's
I'm
how
still
evasion
up.
works.
I forgot.
So you take 29. You
I
take half
forgot.
on a fail, nothing on a success.
Got it. 29. And then with her thing is that it's still 29 or is it 28?
28.
28. Thank you. I'm still up. Crisis. I haven't played Justice in a week.
Lord forbid you
In
read
an
your
entire week.
character.
There's so many
That doesn't
words
count as
on
a
the
roll.
sheet.
Fuck you. So the hammer strikes, and when it comes away, you are literally trapped under massive boulders of ice, and they just sit on you. You are restrained and prone, both of you.
Oh no.
That's its first. No, that's its only attack.
First of 3.
Softly. Softly. Don't. My meme from today.
Clokey's turn. Clokey's gonna see if they get their recharge ability back. They don't. Poor Clokey. He's trying. They're trying.
Poor Clokey.
They are going to. You said more forward. What was the last command you gave them?
I need to get closer to the thing.
5. So Clokey pulls out its longsword, holding Gilly in one hand, and begins to charge the creature. 10, 15, 20. It's gonna actually get you 40 feet closer.
Yeah, because I'm also
25,
moving up.
30, 35, 40.
Oh
You
wait,
can-
I don't need to be that close.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
I just need to be within 30 feet of it.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
all. I don't want to be closer than that.
I'll move
Those
you
are the
one
conditions
back,
of
and that should be perfect.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, and I'm like, ah!
Clokey using it as a shield.
Yes.
Dragging you to your death.
You hear Clokey whisper into your ear, Morganson to regards.
Very good writing. I'm getting really hot. Killing your players really burns a lot of
I'm
calories.
getting hot too, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I'll do this off camera because I don't want to flash any male presenting nipple.
That's right.
To anyone. They're all staring at me. Did you see that?
We're waiting for it, Matt. Turn around.
This is the content we all want.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to spell the word cerulean.
See something. Anyway.
Thank you.
Awesome.
There's not a cerulean anything in D&D Beyond. It makes me upset.
Cerulean hawk?
Yeah.
Oh, I made that up. It's just a hawk with ice resistance.
Oh, neato.
Look at my neck muscles.
Look at that.
Ooh, I'm
Oh,
attractive,
no.
y'all. Anyway, that is Clokey's
They're
turn.
called nipples, Greg.
Justice.
All right.
So you're trapped underneath a couple boulders, and you're like, well, you don't breathe.
right. It's like, this is unfortunate, and I'm gonna kind of like turn my head and look over, and I'm gonna teleport 60 feet away, using my bonus action. I'm gonna teleport right behind Rock if I can, or as close to him as I can.
Sorry, 1 second. I moved something else that I didn't mean to the GM wire. Oh no, you're good. Okay. You're gonna teleport to Rock.
Behind Rock, yeah. But it wasn't a rock.
I will remind you that you have your bracers.
Yes.
So you appear next to Rock, riding yourself, freeing yourself from the restraints, and your first attack is at advantage,
Perfect.
if you so choose.
Yep, I am going to. Let me see really quick one thing. Yep.
God, it is hot in here. I'm so glad I dressed in layers. It's good though. I like the warmth because it is frigidly cold.
So
It is-
glad
it is
that
a
I
very
barely
cold
ever wear sleeves here. So
That's true.
I have no choice. I am going to.
having complete autonomy over your own clothing, you say you have no choice.
Not where I work. I'm going to.
What are
If
you
only
doing?
you could bring a change.
I am,
of shirt.
seeing that Rock was very damaged before, I'm going to actually attack, so I'm going to use my advantage. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Sneak attack. I know what I'm missing. That is not great. 5, 7, 8, 9. 14 points of damage.
14, got it.
Got it. Still up?
Yes.
Alright, second attack. That's the 21 hit.
That hits. Woo!
That is 12 points of damage.
There you go. With that second strike, you can describe it if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like teleport in above, and I'm gonna bring the dagger down like into the back of his head.
And you kind of drag down with what force you have from the teleportation, and the creature shatters into a million pieces of ice.
And then that was my bonus action. That was my attack. With my move, I guess I'm just going to kind of go off in that direction, kind of putting some distance between myself and all the creatures.
Okay. Can you move yourself or no?
I can't access that right now on this.
Towards the dock, towards Gilly, what?
This direction, that way.
Okay, 5. So 5, 10, 15, like there.
Yeah,
Ready?
just kind of at the edge. I'm trying to get myself away so I don't get smacked.
Gilly.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Could I take a mulligan and put Clokey where you were going to put me before?
Yes, but only if you admit to eating crow.
Because I realized you thought I was going to do the thing that I should be doing anyway.
Okay.
Or maybe that's what you thought.
That's
so,
kind of what I was
10
thinking.
feet away?
10 feet, was it?
Yeah, the ability is 10 feet.
Yep.
I'm going to try Fey Presence.
Okay.
Have a song. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
I was going to
of
use
course.
it for Charm Monster, but this works too.
Whatever works for you.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your land is broke, your job's a joke, Morgan's a vicious bay. It's like this plane is stuck in heartless gear. When it hasn't changed at all this week, this month, or even this year. But I'll be there for you. When the ice starts to thaw, I'll be there for you. Help me change this cold law, I'll be there for you.
So you
Please be there for me too.
So you use your fate. Great job, by the way. You get a DM inspiration.
Thank you.
I
had fun, but
yeah. So you will let loose this Fey presence, and you can see these creatures, which you know for a fact these type of creatures are immune to charm. But Astra said, try charming it! And you see it look over, and there is a brief glance of recognition. However,
try to be as much what's-his-face braggadocio as I can.
However, 29 on the wisdom save.
It didn't get advantage, though, right?
No. That was on the first roll. Yeah.
Shit!
What was the canceling out advantage, just to check?
Well, I mean, when you do Charm Monster,
Yeah.
if it's hostile to you, it gets advantage.
Yeah, it has magic resistance.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
But it was
But
on
with
the-
Fey Presence, it does not grant advantage
Right.
if it's hostile or okay. So it should be normally just a straight roll with Fey
Yep.
Presence. But this one, he got advantage.
Well, on the first roll, and he has magic resistance, which against saving throws against spell and other magical effects, so he would have your advantage. So 29. So you do see a look of recognition, but it's still stuck in the mode that it's stuck on, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. But you are the only creature alive that can charm this creature.
Oh boy.
Let's hope I stay alive.
Yeah. Okay, Seville, is that your turn?
No,
Okay.
Bonus action. I'm gonna throw a healing word at someone, probably Justice. Hold on, who's? Ooh, no, Civilius.
How's it going?
Civilius.
Hey. He's trapped under. You almost don't see him as you look around.
Actually, I'm going to use the staff to do a mass healing word, and you get both of them.
Okay.
So, 9 points to each of you.
Thank you. Or was it? Yeah. Glorious.
Or no, I get one. I get one for free each day. I'll use that.
You sure do.
There we go.
Archfey stuff. Okay. Archfey-ling.
Yep.
That is your turn. Sevilius, you are currently restrained and prone, trapped under a boulder.
Alright, I will pull or try to finagle a greater healing potion out of my bag. And give that a drink as a bonus action.
Okay.
Hey!
It's chilled.
11.
For a second, I thought they were all.
And you have like
15.
superiors around, don't you? Or supremes?
I don't.
We had one a while back. We used it for something.
Yeah. 15 healing from that. And this may not damage it, but I am going to Thunderstep back into the same position as my action.
Okay. It's a con save.
Yes.
15. Sorry. 17. I can't do math.
That matches.
Okay.
So my DC is 17.
Okay, so we'll take half.
Alright. So he takes... It's thunder damage, so... I don't know if he has any resistance to it.
They are resistant. They are actually immune to thunder damage.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But at least gets me unrestrained. I also get to make an attack because it's a teleport.
Yep.
And that's a 16 on the dice, plus 8, I believe.
Yep, you're making your free attack with the Blade of the Vizier.
Yep.
Is it advantage because you teleported just before it happened?
That's right. Even higher, 18 on the
Okay.
dice, but not a crit. So that will be... And it is piercing.
Which is full damage.
So that'll be 5, because I rolled a 1 on my 1d8. And then
D6 force.
6 force. 5 force.
So what was the total?
That would be 5, 10.
Okay. So you cast Thunderstep and riding yourself across amidst this kind of shattering of boulders and ice, you see the thunder harmlessly ripple off them, and that gives you a moment's pause. You strike true with your Displacer Beast Kata with the Blade of the Vizier, and you can find Perseus with that piercing damage. That, my friendo, is your turn?
Yep, it is.
Alrighty. Astra's turn. Astra looks over to you, and with her bonus action is going to heal you. So 6, 12, 17. 18. Oh, thank God for
Justice
rerolls.
was way over
18.
there. Okay.
Heal for 23 points. She rerolls
Yeah.
she rerolls 1s and 2s on healing. So
Nice.
she shoots over to you with a quick glance, and you can feel a quick restorative energy, and then she very quickly returns to her ritual.
Thank you.
She says, "Thankfully, I'm the Grand Hag."
That's right. Look, I really am this time.
How'd you roll?
She good.
Why did you have to say that while you rolled for her? Matthew, you jinxed her.
What is there anything she can do? Let me double check something for her. I don't think there's any reaction she has.
Can I give her inspiration?
No. She's anti-inspired by you. That will be one failure.
Just like my team.
Yeah.
In both at this table and at your office.
Correct. Demoralized.
That's right.
Just oppressive.
Okay. The star. So with that quick heal, she kind of grabs the starlight again, and you can see a few flutter away. She's like, and begins to channel it more and more. On initiative count 20, losing to initiatives, the lair actions, which I actually forgot to do. Is there anyone? Is there anyone flying?
Earlier I was wondering, I was like, what if it's like the Tarrasque and has things against flying? Fourth Ed Tarrasque.
Okay, it just happens. So there is this kind of sucking noise towards it. You are going to. You're only actually up. You are actually even with the platform, so you just land. Clokey is hovering technically, so they'll just kind of. You're just going to take 1d6 force damage. You take 6 points of force damage.
The maximum.
Double check. Yeah, force damage.
Cool. It's not bludgeoning?
No, it's not.
Wow.
So there's this kind of immense gravitational pull from the creature that just sucks in everything that's flying, and you land in front of it. And that's the lair action on initiative count 20.
That's real ungood. Can I at least try not to land prone?
You're not prone.
Not prone? Okay.
Nope. Selena.
Okay, I have 2 questions. How does the amulet of healing affect wild shape?
Amulet of health.
Yes, there we go. Amulet of
You
health.
can wear it.
Does it increase my wild shape?
It does.
Oh, Christ.
Yep. Your con becomes 19 while in wild shape.
That's hot.
Okay, that is a lot of math that I am.
So what's the
unprepared for.
what's the beast's con?
16.
Okay, so then it's an improvement of 1. And how many hit dice does the beast have?
40, 10.
So it would increase your health points by 4 of whatever average it's giving you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
That makes that easy. And then second, I remember reading somewhere that you can use wild shape to break a grapple.
Yeah, if it significantly like changes your size, yeah, and stuff like that, it would.
Okay.
But you're underneath the ice, right?
Yes.
So currently you are grappled by the creature, but you're restrained by the environment. So that is an issue. So like flying creatures aren't going to.
No.
You're trying to gotcha. So if you would like to use your action to wild shape, you can.
Okay. So yes, I want to wild shape to a crag cat.
Nice. So you turning into a cat in the regular shape of you slip through their grasp, and only for a moment you can feel the environment try to grab onto you, but because of your water walking spell interacting with this ice, you just shoot up.
And while I'm shooting up, I'm going to go ahead and use pounce because I moved at least 20 feet to get me out of the thing.
Yes!
Yes!
Damn.
What are you using pounce on?
The other bad guy next to Astra.
Okay, I think it was Crystal. Yeah, it's Crystal that you're attacking now. So I'm gonna.
Which,
That's epic.
yep. And
So go ahead and make an attack.
Yep, and so I went into that ice as a druid human, came out of that ice as a crag cat.
Yes.
Oh no, Selena!
Which you guys haven't seen yet.
She's gone!
Hot.
Yep.
She's just gone!
Oh, that's got
Oh no!
Alrighty, so that is
Where'd she
just
go?
a 15 to hit.
So this is definitely going to be an advantage because this is attacking from a hidden position.
Okay.
This is not. There's no way this thing was expecting.
Also,
Even with tremor sense, it's like, what's that?
okay.
Never felt that before.
Double fucking tens. 15 to hit.
15 just it misses by 2.
Okay, hang on, give me a second. That target must succeed.
You're not
I
taking
believe it's
A DC 13 strength saving throw.
Is that when you hit?
If a cat moves 20 feet toward a creature and then hits it.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So you
Alright.
scrape it up against the ice and it drags down.
No one's giving me
landing in front of the earth elemental, but you can see there's this kind of shimmer around this cat.
And then as a bonus action, I know I get to keep my poison spray in the dragon
You do.
form. Do I get to keep it in all of my wild shapes?
No.
Okay, that's fair. Alrighty, then I think that is... I don't think I can bonus action anything as a cat because I used pounce.
Okay.
But I now have spell turning.
You sure do.
Okay.
That is the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, they're going to the ancient and unbroken is going to use 2 legendary actions. I need Gilly, Sylvius, and Clokey to make. I'll make the con save for Clokey. Make con saves.
Oh, fuck.
Let me double check. Yeah. Clokey fails.
Shit.
Let me double check something.
19.
1 sec, buddy.
Come Come on. Okay, at least it isn't as bad as I thought it was, but still.
That was a pretty clutch move.
That was an
I
awesome
know.
move.
I
Good
have-
job.
I have a DM inspiration. Can I use that to get advantage on this roll?
DM inspiration is either or.
I'm gonna
the
do that.
tools of giving.
Fuck,
Lord.
that wasn't even in the fucking. That's cocked.
I should have kept the cocked one.
Same fucking numbers!
Civilius 19.
Yeah, was that?
19 fails.
Nothing.
Should've kept-
Fail.
Should have kept the
Okay,
number
you
one.
both take
Cock.
21 points of
I know you can't. but-
thunder damage,
So.
and you're knocked prone. It lets out a roar. Leave! And Clokey falls to the ground, but then kind of floats
Telling
back up.
Words.
Okay.
7.
Nice.
Reduce the
For a
damage by
second, I
7.
thought that was another one. It's a 7.
It's awesome.
Alright, so it's reduced down to what's the total?
That would be 13, I
13.
believe.
13, thank you.
14. 21 minus 7? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That is after Selena's turn. On the next few initiatives, the creatures will go. Stone and Crystal are the ones left. So Rock is dead. Stone will go up 40 feet
Oh, no.
and see a crag cat in front of them and make 2 successive attacks. Slippery. 25 on hit on the first one, 26 to hit on the second one. 28 points of bludgeoning damage spread over 2 attacks, 14 to 14.
Okay. You said 20,
28.
Oh, that makes that easy. Thank you.
The other one is going to move around the crag cat and attack Astra.
But doesn't leave my threatening square.
Doesn't. Misses Astra on the first attack and misses Astra on the second. 8 and a 1 on the die.
Good.
She ducks and weaves the strikes.
Alright.
Okay. At the end of that thing's turn, it's going to use Grasping Soil to target Sevilius, Gilly, and I don't think anything. You and Astra were out of range, so.
I had. Hang on. I did have. I'm just
So target
checking.
Clokey.
Alright.
So I need you all to make you 3 make dexterity saving throws. I will make the one for Clokey. Are they immune? They're not. Clokey makes it. Go Clokey.
Go.
I needed a 10, right? For the. What did I need to make my concentration check on
10.
protection? Okay, yeah. So I made the concentration check, and now dexterity save. Okay.
Dexterity saving throw, yep.
Oh, yeah.
6.
20.
You're restrained. 20?
Yes.
You're restrained.
Ah, Nabla.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the ice prisons shoot up. Clokey actually slips out. That is at the end of that stone giant turn. On this initiative count, the Ancient and Unbroken gets back all their legendary actions and is going to... It's going to move out of Gilly and Gilly and Clokey's threatened range. It's going to provoke from you, Gilly. I don't think you have Warcaster, but...
I don't.
Okay.
Not going to do anything.
Alright.
But Clokey can.
Yeah, Clokey will attack.
With the shadow snare?
It can't
Oh.
restrain a creature this size.
That's fine.
Yeah. So it's going to strike out and do 8 points of slashing damage.
Kill Clokey!
Clokey's longsword
Clokey's
skids
done
across
well
the
run at this
creature.
fight.
You can hear it whisper in the wind.
Where do you think you're going, Will?
That's right.
Long have I waited for this confrontation.
Yes.
As the whispering father emerges from Clokey.
that was Clokey all along.
Ah, what is this? I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not great.
I need you, Clokey, and Gilly, Sevilius, and Clokey to make dexterity saving throws. Is it dexterity? Let me double check. Oh, wait. Hold on. It has to see if it recharges. This is a recharge ability. It does recharge it, so you will have to make it. Dexterity saving throws, please.
At disadvantage because restrained?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy,
Cool.
howdy, that's
I
not
fail.
great. Does a 12 fail?
It sure does.
But a 10 surely succeeds.
You will both take 58 points of bludgeoning damage. This
Yep.
is non-magical.
There it is.
Oh,
It's
good.
a purely
That's very
physical
good to
effect.
know.
They're
Is
usually
it 58?
Yeah,
So halved for me to
29.
Good.
So Billy should take the full 58.
Yeah, I'll be down unless I check something.
I
I'm
already
pretty
used
sure I
cutting
can.
words.
I
I
know.
don't have a reaction.
You couldn't cut enough words off that. Have it not splatter my remains.
This is a little grim.
cut
What do you think your next good page will be like, folks? Let's start brainstorm character ideas and throw this
But you
stream
think
Apollo.
you think that we are gonna let you put us through this again?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what the
We
fans
will.
want.
Yeah.
Go check out the most recent meme. I think it's going to be appropriate in this situation.
Yeah, it's super.
So it slams the ground, the creature, and the rocks and boulders go flying. You are restrained and knocked prone.
Is that a magical
Clokey.
effect?
No,
It's not. It's purely physical.
just like me.
Stop it.
Clokey
Yeah.
makes it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
go
Clokey.
Clokey, go
Go
Clokey.
Clokey, go
Clokey's
Clokey, go
rolling
Clokey,
hot.
go
The damage,
Clokey,
58.
go.
And Clokey resists the damage.
Yeah.
58.
So they're going to take 29, then halve to 14.
Oh, good.
Holy crap.
And Clokey's a god.
Long have I awakened.
So Clokey's still up. Not barely, but still up.
Wow.
They're floating around.
could go all day. I'd
Could
have
do
to
this all
dump
day.
a 6th level slot to survive.
What ability did you use?
I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna take the down.
Oh, okay. Clokey gets
I
back
don't
their
wanna
shadow
lose
snare.
65th.
So now it's Clokey's
Hey,
turn.
Clokey. Can Clokey get me up?
Yeah,
Oh,
Clokey grabs you and just tugs you on out of there with their. That's gonna be their action,
Well-
and
I still need to be 30 feet away.
that was their last command. So they're gonna make sure you are.
Okay.
And so they just pull you out of the rubble.
Okay.
So you're no longer restrained, which is good. Justice, it's your turn.
I'm going to.
This is stuck on replay.
I will close the distance on. Its name is obscured. The one that's directly in front of Azra.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Going for speed.
It's a-
All alone. All alone in a
I will
time
make.
of need.
I will make 2 attacks because I'm saving my bracers for Morgan.
Yeah, that's wise. Well, actually, no. Never mind.
Yeah, well, that first attack is only a 15 on the attack.
15 misses.
Second attack. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Alrighty.
Was this the northerly one or the southerly one?
Northerly one.
Okay.
That is 11 plus 4, 15, 20 points of damage.
You're good.
That's my first 2 attacks. And then I will just regular martial arts attack for a third one.
Okay, bonus action.
That is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then I'm going to do my D4 of electricity, which I grabbed a D6 instead. That is 7 plus 4, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will say to Azra,
Astra.
did I say Azra? Astra is like, are we getting close? I'm looking up at the starlight.
She says, halfway there. She says, I recommend wearing it down rather than just trying to kill it. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, she was talking about the big guy up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gilly, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try Charm Monster.
It's gonna be at advantage because of magic resistance and because you're fighting it, right?
Yeah.
20 total. You can feel
Makes
this
it.
creature has a pretty immense sense of will and sense of self that you're kind of pushing up against.
Healing word on Civilius.
Yep.
8.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. You know what, Civilius? I spelled your name wrong right over here in the initiative tracker.
Oh, that's what's wrong. Does that mean I'm back at full?
No. It means you're dead.
Am I still restrained? Probably, right?
Civilius, it's your turn.
Oh, I forgot to do
Am I
my
still restrained?
concentration saving throw.
You
I'll
are.
have advantage or not.
I will drink another healing potion. That's pretty much all I can do. Stay alive. And that was terrible. I rolled 3 1s and a 2 on that healing potion.
Hot.
Wow.
Sucks to
Yeah,
suck.
no.
What kind of
things will
potions
be
did you
done.
get from Dupla's Horde?
I think we had like a
I have
No,
like
bought
4
potions
graders
too.
right now.
We had
I'm guessing they came
one
from
potion
that.
of we had 2 potions of Supreme.
Supreme! I don't think I got one. Because I was more resistant, so I was not going to take a lot of damage. And this has just been attacking saves, which is not great for me.
Yeah.
It's almost
So,
as if he
yeah.
was.
I think the potions
Justice,
went to Justice and maybe Gilly because they keep
Yeah.
the healer up.
I'm just checking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
I don't know.
definitely
It's not
didn't
on the
get
party pool
a
tracker,
Supreme.
so I'm not sure.
Alright,
Yeah.
so my bonus action to
Been
do
a rough
that.
month.
Yeah, we need to.
I need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be some way out of here.
God, I don't have good ways
Such
to get
civilians
out.
to the iceberg.
Could I use my bonus action to
Crush
do-
my body.
Could I use like my action to drink a potion and then Misty step out?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. I didn't know if potions were only bonus.
No, they're either or.
Got it. Alright, I'm going to Misty step away from this thing.
Okay. Before you Misty Step, do you make an attack? Before or
I
after?
will. It'll be at disadvantage.
It's not
prone.
because you're teleporting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Glorious.
So you kind of disappear in a
know
mist, and
how to
as you stand up, you strike out with the rapier.
15.
Ah, that misses.
Yeah.
With the
I
advantage?
am rolling like yeah.
Oh.
With advantage?
Yeah, because you're teleporting. Displacer
Okay.
Beast Kata, baby.
Baby!
I am just off tonight.
It's alright,
Sorry.
everyone take a deep breath. Death is only the beginning.
22.
Right.
In campaign 2, you'll serve in the army of undead.
Yeah.
Beneath the iceberg.
Perfect.
22.
22 hits.
Always wanted to play necromancer.
I'll be Frost Justice.
I can become a spore druid.
11
Yes.
points of piercing and force.
Okay. So you strike out, and you can teleport yourself 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So Velius' turn, or Astra's turn. They're the same, it's fine. Astra, is there anyone within 60 feet that is very injured? I'm gonna take a quick look here.
Don't heal me yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
She is going to... Oh, thank God. She looks at you, she's like, do you have this?
In my giant cat form.
And you're like, "Rawr." And she uses her move action to teleport 120 feet.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that makes my life a lot easier. Good.
She lands behind the Ancient and Unbroken.
Oh, crap. Alright.
And there's this ripple forming behind her between these two stars, and you see it kind of open, and you hear Sovelius as the void begins to open behind her. She's like, just one more try. And she has 3 successes.
Oh, boy.
For bonus action, she's going to look over at you. Spend her healing dice, which she gets to reroll 1s and 2s.
I need to stress eat.
Yeah.
You heal for 17 hit points with her bonus action. So you can see the void start to open behind her as she casts the starlight power with the final rites as she speaks Widdershins. And then quickly turns a hand over to Civilius as starlight whips around you and heals your wounds. That's her action, that's her move, that's her bonus action. And she stands, if we can scroll up, she stands between the temple of between the oldest temple and the Ancient and Unbroken.
Such a sweet map.
Thank you. It's a 2-minute tabletop, of course.
Nice.
That's Astra's turn. the lair action. Yeah, it's gonna.
Sponsored by Roll20.
Yes, indeed, sponsored by Roll20 with all these wonderful little pogs and things that I use. Which one do I have? I have one ready. There is this kind of howling and horrid wind that picks up as a very localized blizzard stirs around. So, Velius and Astra, you are... Yeah, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's like a baby Azizical.
Thank you.
Stop it.
I wouldn't say baby.
I mean, comparatively.
Oh, wait, she has advantage.
11.
Damn. You are blinded.
Yeah.
There's a massive localized blizzard that whips up, and Astra sees through it. But you, on the other hand, are blinded until the end of your next turn. That is the lair action. Selena.
Okay. Alright, so I've got... No, that is not the page I want. There we go. Okay, I've got Justice on the other side of me. Alright, in my crag cat form, I'm going to move around and get behind this blue bad boy and, or the greenish one, provoking from Crystal if they're on top.
Okay.
But
so you would provoke if you leave their thing.
I am provoking. I'm going to move behind so that I'm next
Was it
to
really?
Justice.
16 to hit you?
As a crag cat, that hits.
14 damage.
14 damage, so that covers over, so that's only 4 damage to me. And then as my action, I am going to go ahead and push out in front of me. So I hit both of them and miss Justice and myself. A straight up fireball.
Oh, you're backshotting it? Okay.
So, no, right in front of me. So it's going to hit the guy right in front of me and then go forward.
Okay. Fireball, though? That's a burst. I mean, you can still do it. I'm just clarifying. It's a... It's not a cone.
Then, as long as I can hit
You
the
can.
two of them, perfect.
They both fail with a 9 and a 5.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do fireball. That is 8d6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 5. Okay, so that is 34 points of fire damage to both of them.
Pretty hot.
Strikes into them.
Okay, that is my bonus action to... No, because they pushed me out of it, so that's not a bonus action. I still have my bonus action. Yes!
Yep.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to drop the concentration on the hex of the big bad guy, and I'm going to go ahead and put Healing Spirit right next to Justice and I, so we're both hit by it, and then take my 1d6.
Okay.
I have 5 points. I'll take it.
Believe it only occupies one little 5-foot square, but it all can land. I can put it next to you.
So if you step through it, you get it.
Yep. But yes, you
Yeah.
can both be affected by it on your own terms.
Perfect.
Where the hell's my radius token? Did I delete it on it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, no,
5
here.
foot cube you can see within range.
Yeah. So I'll just pop it here.
There's my bonus action.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
I need to use the restroom. I'm sorry.
That's it. Yep. It's an open table. People gotta go when they gotta go. Okay. That is your turn. At the end of your turn, the Ancient and Unbroken is going to use 2 legendary actions to hopefully...
Whose side are you on? Hopefully what?
I am on no one's side.
Down.
Just misses you. Hits Astra. Won't hit anyone else. That's good enough for it right now because Astra is fucking up their day. It's going to emit a roar. Boom! Leave! Constitution saving throw from Astra with advantage. She does make it. So she will only take 10 points of thunder damage and won't be knocked prone.
So did she succeed in her ritual?
No.
Did it fail?
No.
She's one success away. You were out of the room.
Okay.
She's
yeah,
opening a
I
crack
was.
into the void. It said Sevelius, and she said, "One more try."
Yep.
Oh, she's trying to yeet this thing into the void?
No.
Something.
She's
Okay.
using the rite of
Collapse, right?
reclamation.
Oh!
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That
see.
was the legendary action, 2 of them after Selena. It is the Earth Elemental's turns. They look around. One is going to... It's going to take 1 strike at Selena, 1 strike at Justice.
Go for it.
Left to right. 22 to hit you, Selena.
Yeah.
19 to hit you, Justice.
Nope.
I was like, I can reverse them, but I'm playing fair. 14 and 0, so 14 damage.
And it's
Back bend.
non-magical damage, right?
Yeah, it's just straight up bludgeoning.
Perfect. Just making sure I can't use, like, absorb elements or something.
Yeah. Crystal's turn. I would say with that echoing boom, Crystal looks over and melds into the ice and leaves.
Oh, no.
I'm going to just go ahead and measure this out. Oh, here. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Oh, come on.
It lands in front of, it would land right here. Leave. And it's going to make... Oh yeah, it's going to still try. It's going to make a shove attack against you, Gilly. 13 to hit.
No.
Yeah,
Not
which
even
misses.
close.
So it's going to make a second shove attack. 15 to hit.
It just hits my AC.
So you move 5 feet back, but interesting dynamic. You were currently grappled by Clokey. So
Right.
Clokey still has a hold of you, but now you're dangling midair.
Oh, wow.
As the creature shoves you and shoves you again. And then it can make one, it would use 75 movement to get there, so it's going to step into this square. Standing in front of you as you are flying over the edge of the cliff, being held up by your magical cloak that you acquired at the beginning of the campaign. Before it was a stream.
Quick question.
What?
Was I low enough to the ground for that to happen?
Yeah, I don't think you had gotten floated up yet.
Because Clokey grabbed me. He got me up.
Yeah, but he didn't get you up.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Okay.
The ancient... the ancient and unbroken's turn. I'm going to say, 1 second, double check something. At the end of the Earth Elemental's turn, it's going to use its last legendary action before its turn comes back up. It's going to target Astra, Sovelius, and Gilly. Dexterity saving throws. Let's see.
Which one of you is going to screw me the least?
Astra makes it. Okay, Astra can actually roll saves. That's good. Woo!
Okay. Plus...
7.
You're restrained and blinded.
Yeah.
21.
21 just makes it. You pop out of it.
We're restrained and blinded. It's a BDSM party in here.
Yeah. And Astra
Prone.
makes it, slips out of it.
Not prone.
Listen.
Yeah, because
Bludgeon.
Astra can't be restrained right now.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, it doesn't even have
She
to.
can be blinded, but she can't be restrained.
But she's good. The Ancient Unbroken tries to recharge that ability. Does not. Rolled a 3. Recharges on a 5 or a 6. It tried to get its thing back up. I'm going to say that Astra has all of this creature's ire right now. Having been closest to the temple door, and it senses what perhaps she's trying to do. They are going to make 2 slam attacks against Astra.
Okay.
They both hit. Astra is going to
How...
take.
Oh, go ahead.
They hit by a lot,
Oh.
more than 8.
Okay.
27 and 30. Okay, with that, She is going to take 42 points of damage over 2 attacks. Striking near, and you can see her kind of jumping up on the mallet, leaping off of it, and then the other one landing next to her, and she kind of jumps away from it, but you can see she's getting worn down as she tries to maintain this ritual. That is the Ancient and Unbroken's turn. Clokey's turn. Where do you want Clokey to move you?
I need to be 30 feet from it.
Okay. So it's forced movements. You're not going to provoke. 5, 10, 15, 20. They're going to move you there.
And hopefully high enough that the thing can't hit me.
Yep. It did recharge its ability. They're going to try to attack. They restrain the Earth Elemental.
Yes!
So Clokey turns around and looses a shadow snare at Crystal, and it gets bound by it. It stops all of its movement.
Okay.
Justice.
Can you scroll the map down so I can see? Okay. Well, all the actions up there.
Yeah, this is priority.
I'm gonna teleport.
These are what we call distractions.
Right. I'm gonna teleport. Well, actually, with my movement, I can move 50 feet. I'm gonna teleport 60 feet up onto the ridge if I can.
Okay.
Up onto the platform.
Okay. I'll double check. Yeah, you can get at the.
Just on the edge of it.
Yeah, right there.
Perfect.
Wow.
I appear, and then I'm going to using my fast overland speed. I'm going to run up to the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give him a little tapsy-too, because we determined that he has tremor sense, so he's unaffected by being blinded or anything like that, and is immune to being suggested or charmed.
Take 1d6 healing too, because you had to go through the spirit of healing
Yep.
on your way up there.
Thanks. Are those assumptions accurate?
Yeah.
You have to
Got
roll it 1d6.
Oh.
Yeah.
1.
Perfect.
Every little bit helps.
So I guess I will then just with my action, am I gonna do this?
Do it.
I would not be. I mean, you are all in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
So I would read the encounter as it's actually happening right now and use the resources that are appropriate.
I'm gonna try
You're
to.
not going to make it to Morgan if you don't start doing some
Correct.
things.
I'm gonna try to draw its ire. I'm gonna do like this with my my bracers,
There
and
we go. There we go.
multiple
There it is.
images of me appear around it
Thank
because
you.
I cast mirror image. So
Okay.
that's my movement. Oh, and I'm gonna move closer to it too.
Next to it, or
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or 10 feet away from it or something.
that your turn?
Yep. And I'm just gonna try to. I'm trying to maybe draw its ire away from Astra if I can somehow.
Okay. Do that, I guess. I don't know. That's Justice's turn. Gilly.
Once more with feeling. Are you there for me too?
Oh, that's horribly cocked. Both are actually. 31.
Yep.
First rolls. Alrighty. That's your action.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is. Astra has one more. Is she stuck or she's still trying to get the ritual done?
She's still working on it.
How's that
Inspiration to Astra then.
Okay.
How's she looking?
She's bloody.
Okay.
Oh, well.
I think you all could. Can you not see? Oh no, you can't see her.
No, I can't see
Right.
how she's doing. I can't heal her. It's my turn. Yeah, inspiration to Astra. She needs to get that ritual succeeded.
Okay.
Yep.
Civilius.
That's me.
Alright. I am blinded. I am restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go anywhere. I can't teleport out of it because I'm blinded.
Yeah, if the teleportation spell requires sight.
Yeah. I kind of know where it's at
Mhm.
and where its head
Mhm.
was because its head is up pretty high, so I could probably throw a fireball up and catch it in the face.
You can. There's nothing that
without
prevents you
hitting
from doing
anybody
that.
else,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Did you bring disintegrate?
I did, but oh wait, it's a roll. Yeah, I was gonna save that for later, but I didn't. I don't know why I'm rolling for fireball.
So it needs. You're casting fireball.
Yes.
Okay. It's a +0 to dex saves. That is a failure with an 11.
Nice.
As you can see, its massive, lumbering, almost invincible form looks up as the fireball detonates above its head. The fire washing over it. Go and roll damage. It is not immune to fire. Not this baby.
29.
29 points of fire damage. Pretty good. Fire slams into it, and you can see it burn the form of ice.
Alright, that is my turn.
Okay. That's Velius' turn. Astra's turn. She can see fine through this cloud. It has not blinded her. She's going to use her action. So that's a 10 on the die. She... Okay, she's going to use her Bardic Inspiration. It's an 8 on the Bardic Inspiration.
My God.
However...
So that was the one more success, right?
That was.
Never good when the music changes.
Never good on the movie. What the hell? Where's my thing? Hello? Where are you, baby?
Where's Sweet Mom?
Oh no.
So, as she conjures the starlight between her hands and a ripple of void energy, you see the Ancient and Unbroken turn around towards her and say, "Leave," and begin to bring up a massive thing. She's going to use her move action to teleport next to Gilly and Justice, and with her, the void is now above your head, screaming and howling. You can kind of feel a gravitational pull towards you. Sovelius! Selena! And she looks at you, she says, "Call out to your mother! Get her to come!" You can hear this voice say, "Gilly?"
Mom! I've been looking for you. We can't keep this open long. You have to come quick.
I don't know. I'm trapped. I can move, but I gotta go with this thing.
No, you don't. You need to follow my voice. You need to come home, Mom.
I'm trying, but just keep making noise. I gotta hear you. Sing while I move. Let me find your voice.
Of all the songs that I did prepare, this is not one.
Didn't prepare Ye Olde Rite of Reclamation song, the classic jazz beat.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Miles Davis has arrived.
Funky jazz beat.
Wait. I have an idea.
Cool, gives me a minute to pull out the pog if she comes back.
There you go, there you go. Oh, why did you have to throw the if in there?
If.
Because it's D&D.
I'm waiting for Journey, Don't Stop Believing to be belted.
Don't forget to grab a Whispering Father Pog too, in case he comes instead.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Gilly, I've been wanting.
Every time.
Papa's home.
Mama, I'm coming home.
That's actually what I pulled up.
Oh, perfect.
But with this song in my head, I can't remember how the fuck that song goes. Like, I can't hear the melody in my head.
Doesn't have to be melodious.
Yeah.
Melodies are for losers.
Yeah. For proles.
Get
For
out.
pros. For
Get,
normie
this
pros.
is not my house, but I'm kicking you out.
My house, actually.
How quickly is all this happening? Can I start running towards them?
Sure, you could.
And getting within throwing distance, so if I can get the silver compass to her, it would help.
Okay.
You made me cry, you told me lies, but I can't stand to say goodbye. Mama, please come home. I could be right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, now come on home.
That'll do it.
Mm.
There's this kind of as you toss the silver compass.
Shit.
There's a hand that grabs it as this spinning void of orb energy comes out of the void tear and crashes into the Ancient and Unbroken. As it does, the Ancient and Unbroken kind of turns and begins to fall, catching itself with its one massive arm that isn't wielding its mallet. The void orb spins and slams into the temple door, bringing it down. As it shatters into a million whispers and memories, it the void tear closes.
What thing shattered? The door?
The orb that your mother was in.
Oh, okay.
Standing before the broken pieces of the temple of the oldest temple of the Cold Unending is Mafanwe O'Shea, Lady of the Meadows. The Ancient Unbroken does not make its dex save. Will take 78 points of force damage. And it stands back up. Resolute. And we're gonna go to break.
Woo!
Fight's not over just yet.
Boy,
Whew. I'm glad I didn't waste that ability.
how far in that run did you let me get on this map?
We'd say 60 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, folks, if you are enjoying tonight's stream, please be sure to follow, subscribe, tell your friends, go to our Twitter and retweet our promotional tweets, get folks in here, support the stream so we can keep doing this. It is so great to see, Silent Chariot, Monk, Emma, Corey, Miwa, Salty, all of our lovely supporters. It's so great to see you all. We'll be back in 15 minutes to see how this episode concludes. Ancient and Unbroken. The fight resumes as the Ancient and Broken is not yet been defeated.
Yeah.
That was Astra's turn. That was her action. With her did she heal anyone with her bonus? She's used 8 of her points.
I don't know that she got
Like last time.
a chance to do that.
So she's going to use her bonus action to heal herself.
That's good.
Thank God for rerolling. 10, 16, 19 points back to herself. So she, after finishing that void ritual, the rite of reclamation, you can see these words fly out of the book, out of her satchel. The ciphers, some of them leaving. And Mafanwe O'Shea lands before the broken door, and then she kind of quickly pops a heal on herself and begins to restore her wounds. That is her entire turn, Astra's turn. Mafanwe's on the initiative, lair action. The blizzard fades, and then appears over here. I need Justice. Cloaky's immune. Justice, Gilly, Astra, and Selena to make Constitution saving throws.
Which I get advantage on. Constitution?
That's for only concentration checks. Warcaster. But
Oh, because this isn't magical.
Astra. Oh, I'm rolling for Astra, so I'll take the red. Astra makes it.
Oh, I'll actually take that.
18.
18 just makes it. You're good. No. Justice?
8.
You are blinded.
Blinded.
Till the end of your next turn. And then Selena,
23.
you make it.
All right.
So the blizzard on initiative count 20 kicks up, and you're having difficulty seeing, but only one of you is blinded, and it's Justice.
But I don't scream. I'm like, this
No.
is annoying.
I can't see. There. Woo! Mafanwe O'Shea's turn.
She went before me, damn it.
Yeah, she sure did. Oh boy, there's a lot here. Oh no, Roll20's changed their spell, the way spells are laid out, and I haven't looked at her character sheet in a while. Oh no, the descriptions are all over the place.
She falls back into the void.
Yeah, she dies. She leaves.
Hey!
She says, "See you, nerds."
Oh boy.
She says, "Okay.
Hey, Mom, it's real bad.
I see that. She says, let's try to, nope, that's larger, smaller. Fuck. Actually, yeah, she knows what she's doing. She is going to cast Chain Lightning. So you see her bring together her hands as a spell that she once used to render Justice and Gillian unconscious all the way back when.
Yeah, that
She
definitely happened.
unleashes a massive torrent of lightning, a 6th level spell. The Ancient Unbroken is going to try to save with a +0. Fails with a 1 and a 5. Straight
Wow.
rolls. Well, it has a +0 on Dex.
Right.
It's going to use a legendary resistance to save, taking half the damage. So the torrent of lightning strikes out and hits into them. That is going to be... Mafanwe's going to move over here. 5. She looks back peer through the temple. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to end her turn there. Selena.
Okay. Alright, so while I was running, since it's been less than a minute since I put up Healing Spirit, was I able to bring it with me? I can move it as a bonus action.
Sure. I would say you're like running with it.
Alrighty, then I'm going to take my D6, which is just 1 point.
Put it there for illustrative purposes.
Yep. Just shove it into the world. Alrighty. And then this big bad guy's in front of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to ungroup.
I'd say. Yeah, that's a...
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm just going to come out to the other side of him.
It's quite the grouping.
Yeah, I'm just going to ungroup. What I'm going
It's
to do.
less than ideal.
And then I'm going to, so that's my move. I am going to, I'm technically within 10 feet of him.
Mhm.
Perfect. I don't think Poison Spray is going to work, but we're going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast him and then Poison Spray him.
It's not immune to poison.
What?
Oh! We're going to Eldritch Blast him and we're
Because it's
gonna
more
Poison Spray him.
sentient. So it probably
Wow.
technically breathes, although it can hold its breath for eons.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a crocodile under the
So
ice.
these are things. So that's a 19, a 13, and a 21 to hit.
The 21 hits.
Oh, Christ. Only one. Again. Alright.
And you've dropped the hex on him.
Yeah, I did. 7 points of force damage, and then from the Eldritch Blast, and then the Poison Spray is a Constitution saving throw, please.
26.
Yep.
So that's no damage. Because it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alrighty, the Earth Elemental's turn. It's gonna Earth Melt. Got it. That's
He's restrained right now, though, right?
He is by Clokey.
Oh, good call.
Oh god.
That was... Which crystal was restrained, right?
The one that's up here
Yeah,
with
so
us.
Stone's
Yeah.
turn. I can't... Oh, I need to move my... I can barely see because
I
of
can't
that.
see it either.
1 second, let me see if I can do the opacity. No, you can't on these. So, I'm going to move this creature, this other one, I'm gonna say, are people here?
We had
Yeah,
raiders
Very
from
Rules raid.
Very
Oh,
Hey!
VR, thank you for the raid. I hope Dungeons and Deductibles, I believe it was a season finale. I hope it went very well. Thank you so much for the raid. It's great to see you all.
We're having
A big fight.
listen, it's
Huge
tense.
boss fight.
Yeah.
So they're not. They understand what their master needs, and they are going to.
Oh,
Their Earth Glide appear next
why?
to Selena.
They understand what their master needs.
They
Wow,
do.
wow.
I mean, 15 to hit.
That misses!
Yeah, it's possible. It does happen.
Yeah!
And then they are
Dreams
going
really
to try
do
to
come
grapple
true.
you with the next one. Acrobatics or athletics check.
Acrobatics, please.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You need to beat an 18.
Crap.
We're gonna make it.
That's a 15. I am grappled for
You-
now.
You are grappled, but then that's all they can do.
Okay.
So they swing and you duck, and then with their uppercut, they kind of just start to lift you up. And you can see, you can feel the momentum. They're gonna try to pitch you over the edge, basically.
Glorious.
Yeah. Or maybe even pile drive you on the way down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, no.
I lost a little bit of track here. I believe they've used their legendary actions this round, I believe so. I'll just say that. The Ancient and Unbroken's turn. Yeah. So, let's see if it recharges.
Please no, please no. Damn it!
It did.
Damn it, man!
5 for a 5 to 6.
Stop it!
Clokey, Astra, Justice, Gilly. I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm ready for this. My
You're
body
ready
is.
to meet your maker?
And then
Yeah, that's a 13.
Astra can't be restrained. Still.
Good, thank you.
Hey, thanks for the 100 bits.
Who's that?
Thank you! Thanks, Diana!
Thank you so much, Diana. Oh, thank you, Diana. Y'all check out FemNPC on
That's right,
Twitter.
that's right.
She's pretty great. She's got a great TikTok, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, dexterity saving throws from, I'll roll for Clokey.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gone. You're gone.
I have a plus 13. I have a plus 9.
You fail.
23.
Let me double check something. And I make them. Yeah. 23, you make it. So you would take 29 bludgeoning damage. So you take 58 points of
But
bludgeoning
I
damage.
take half because I have evasion.
So then 29 have to, whatever that, half of 9. So what
Thank
is
you.
that?
Okay, 15 I think
Thank
rounded
you,
down,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Oh god.
And then Astra.
Sorry, 14 rounded down.
She does have advantage. Oh, thank
14
God.
rounded down.
She makes it. Thank God. Ow. But she is it's going to take half the damage. Clokey is out of this encounter. He de-animates and flies over and gets back on your body.
Cool, okay.
Astra makes it, but is still pretty injured.
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
Oh,
I hit heal.
You take 58 halved to 29 because of
Got
evasion.
it. Thank you.
So the Ancient and Unbroken brings down a massive hammer yet again in front of you all and scatters boulders. You will also be restrained and prone.
Oh,
'Cause
great.
you're trapped under a boulder. You're fine because you saved. Okay. Astra cannot be restrained. Okay. That is the Ancient and Unbroken's turn. Clokey is out of the fight. Justice, it's your turn. You're trapped under a boulder, buddy.
Trapped under a boulder,
But you can.
restrained,
Mhm.
all that jazz. Can't
Mhm.
teleport because I can't see.
Nope.
But I do have. I thought I used to have something that would make it so I had like essentially freedom of movement, but I guess not anymore.
You have Selena.
Gaseous form.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that is what you do.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to drink from my greater healing potion.
Yep.
So 44 plus 4.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to I am gonna turn into gaseous form. So I'm just gonna like I will like as I'm crushed, I'm like we are getting annoyed. And I'm gonna turn into gas and pop up, and like the several other instances of me are gonna turn to gas too, and we're gonna start floating up around like his face.
Alrighty. So you have 10 feet of movement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start floating up, kind of
Okay.
towards
5,
it.
10. I'll say you're there. You do get out of the thing. You're no longer blind at the end of your turn. So you pop a cork and like and can feel the wounds restore, and then turn into gas for using your soul of the vampire and just float in front of the creature's face.
This is
That's your turn. Go ahead and calculate your things. It has 1 legendary resistance gone. Gilly.
Suggestion!
Okay.
Which does not say that it gets advantage for charmed.
No.
But if it has the magical shit.
16?
Fail!
Okay, what's the suggestion?
Listen to the will of Bragados.
No. It's going to use its last legendary resistance.
Chromatic Chimera.
Oh, they're ready.
Thank you for the
Thank
raid.
you. Thank you, Chromatic Chimera. I hope Steam Spell went very well. It
Mr.
looked like a
Puns.
very successful stream, and I'm happy for y'all. So good to see the people flooding in.
Slamming.
So that, they will use their second and last legendary resistance
Okay.
to resist that.
Alright, okay. Mass healing word.
Okay.
I can get everybody except one person. Who needs healing the least?
Mafan was not injured. So.
Okay, so everyone except Mafanwe gets 7 points of healing.
I love that healings.
7 points.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Astra sure needed it.
Oh God.
We all need it at this point. It's real bad.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Well,
It's not great.
That didn't go through. There we go.
Who's stolen the bread?
So
We
just
are
remember,
all-
you have the healing spirit right behind you. So if you guys, you or Astra steps into it, 5 feet behind both of you,
Yeah.
you can get your 1d6.
That's your...
I'll pop in and out of it.
Okay, take a d6.
Damage.
Yeah.
Plus
You're a
2.
fae now, Gilly.
Ooh. Is it plus anything or just the
No,
D6?
it's just the d6.
It's just a d6.
That's your turn?
You will be punished.
Yes, I think so. I might
Okay,
move a
that
little out of
effectively
the
goes
way.
away.
Yeah, I'll definitely be moving because Cloaky's down, so that thing's not restrained anymore.
No, it's still restrained. The shadow snare remains.
Oh, well that's
I did
nice.
forget to make it save, though, but I'll remember next time. Okay.
I'm
So,
still just
Velius,
gonna,
it's your
like,
turn.
Yoink, I think.
Alright. So, I'm not blinded anymore, but I'm still pinned in by ice, and I
Yes.
will raise my sword and disintegrate.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is. That's a 6.
No.
Straight rolls on Dex.
That fails.
1 and a 6
That
with
fails.
advantage.
I'm gonna roll this and roll 20 just to make it easy.
1, 2.
10d6 plus 40.
So 38 plus 40,
78.
78
That's about
points
the
of
average.
damage.
Will it still be up?
The beam shoots out, striking into the ancient unbroken, and you see chunks of it fall off. As they do, like massive stalactites slamming into the ground, shattering apart the temple. You all start to leap away as its literal body falls apart.
If it is enough to make it gone,
It's
can
still,
I cutting words the damage?
it's still alive,
Oh, okay.
but it is like in pieces. Defend. Says, never lose again.
Oh, buddy.
That's your action.
Oh.
Buddy.
We'll just leave it at that. Didn't come here to feel.
Astra's turn. Astra looks around. Astra is going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Yes. Thank you.
And everyone, including herself. She's going to cast it at 4th level.
Then 2d4.
You'll heal for 12.
Okay.
Nice.
With their bonus action.
Back up to full.
She looks
That must
around.
be nice.
My number's so low.
Exactly.
My full is like half.
That's true.
She uses her move action to teleport, landing over here. She's like, oh, we're almost home. On initiative count 20, losing to initiative rolls the lair actions. There's no one flying, right?
Not anymore.
Nope. I'm gaseous form. Just letting you know. I
You
am.
go down.
Okay.
So it's just gonna suck you into the ground. You're gonna take 1d6 points of force damage.
Slow
Can you slow fall and cast your charm?
It doesn't say you can't.
It says the only actions you can take. Yeah, I think you're right.
And I have resistance to non-magical
So
damage.
you're fine. But you do land on the ground. That's
all
funny.
of the clouds, because there's like 4 of me now.
All of the loopholes tonight.
I love it.
Yeah, with wild
If you don't live for this, don't play D&D. I live for this shit.
I'm like 4 little black storm clouds just...
You sure are. You
Lafonway's
sure are.
turn. She says, "What are we doing here?"
I'm trying to charm this thing.
She says, "All right."
Can you just... Can you like, neutralize it?
What is she?
I don't know what she can do.
Neutralize. Why-
She's my mythical mother.
She could neutralize it, but not in the way you want.
No.
Unfortunately, actually, her power speaks. Actually, hold on. Telekinesis. I remember this.
You used telekinesis on a dragon before, so
Yeah.
if you can't use it on this, I'm gonna riot.
Well, she was just
Prepare to ride.
telekinesis to
She just pulls out
scare
a gun
things
from
off
under
and
the
take the
table.
dragon with the bag, right?
No, she used it to contain the dragon, if I remember
Market
correctly.
zero.
Yeah, market 0.
She is going to cast Arcane Hand.
Oh, hey.
A massive hand of arcane force rushes at, and she's going to use Grasping Hand. So both of these creatures have a +8. Gilly, go ahead and roll a d20 and tell me what you got.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh no.
Just tell me the roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
5.
Then they're equally matched, so you lose.
Oh.
The arcane hand goes to grasp it, and the creature just bats the hand out of the way. I tried. Selena.
Okay.
Can't put any words.
Alrighty. So with all the fireballs, is there any water in all this ice?
What are you trying to do?
I would love to control water and stick this thing in a whirlpool so that it's restrained and grappled.
Not enough for whirlpool.
Not enough for whirlpool.
Nope.
Okay. We really don't want to kill this thing?
It might be able to help us. And also, it probably has a purpose beyond just killing us.
Okay.
We don't need to break everything.
One more second here. Alright. Alrighty.
Fucking disintegrate. Jesus shit. I was not
McDonald's
expecting
wise.
it. No, I know.
Alright, oh, I'm still grappled by this thing, right? There's still a smaller one that's holding me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
right.
try to yeet you off of the...
That's
Yeah.
right. There's
I
a
don't know.
tiny
You should
one.
probably deal with that first.
We're really not
Yeah.
trying to kill this thing. Like, this is
Are we trying to kill this thing or not? As you're being DDT'd off the
Yep, correct.
temple.
Alright.
How
Then
are we
you're
at
gonna
the
hear
bottom
me,
of this fucking landing?
So I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay.
There it
Here's
is.
my action. I'm gonna use 5 feet of movement to get out of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to... No, that would be another action. Shit. As a bonus action... we knew that Astra was in a bad way. A healing word Astra.
Okay.
So it's a 1d4 plus 2, right? Or 1d4 plus 4.
Yep.
I haven't used healing word in forever. Well, that's 5 points of healing for
Okay.
Astra.
4 more than...
5 more than she had before. I know. Thanks.
Math.
That's really
Good God, it's not math. It's
Sorry.
repetition. It's not. There's no mathematics there.
So, and then because
I'm an
I
executive.
broke the grapple, is that also technically like a disengage? Or if I move any further,
You
it
will provoke.
Okay, then I will stand here.
Okay. Selena
I have a great plan.
into stone. Are we really not trying to kill this thing? And then she just like pops out of it, stands aside. The stone, yeah. You see the stone look up and it says, return. And it just melts. Restoring its hit points to the Ancient and Unbroken. And you see these pieces fly into the Ancient and Unbroken.
This is cool!
You have one fewer distraction to deal with then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Crystal does it as well.
Oh no! This is so cool!
Mac, it's fine.
There's a reason this creature hasn't been felled in eons, untold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And at the end of their turn, the Ancient and Unbroken is going to use their all three of their legendary actions to
Here it
summon up
comes.
another Earth Elemental.
Fucking hell.
Yep.
Why is it right? Okay. It's like, why is
It appears out of the mountain.
This is fun.
interesting? Okay. Alright.
And looks up at the Ancient Unbroken and says, return? Yeah! Good luck killing it!
This is bullshit.
Alright.
This is bullshit
It's
here.
okay, it's okay.
There's some bullshit going on here!
It's okay.
Designed it.
Feel
No, I
the bullshit.
designed some of this.
This is okay. We're okay.
Ancient. The Ancient's turn. They try to recharge their Mallet Strike. Oh, you'd be here, buddy. They try to recharge their Mallet Strike and are unsuccessful. You're still a gaseous cloud at its feet.
I am.
Break. And it looks over at Astra. No. Won't let. And it goes to swing at you.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. Hold on. I have mirror image up.
You sure do.
Yeah, he sure
You
does.
sure do.
So
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Yeah.
It's a 11 or higher for the first one.
6 or higher.
Oh yeah, that's right.
8.
Ha!
So it
Yes!
completely detonates one of the things.
Yes.
It then uses its free hand to just kind of go to scoop Gilly. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Ah!
Ooh.
So real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
Does mirror image rely on sight?
I'm a floaty cloud though,
It's
right?
not. Yeah, I think. No, mirror image doesn't interact in that way. I don't think.
A creature is unaffected by this spell if it can't see. It relies on senses other than sight, such as blind sight. It can perceive illusions which false.
Oh.
So it has tremor sense.
I was flying,
Oh.
right?
No, you were stuck to the ground. You slowed.
So am I literally on the ground now?
Yeah.
Like prone? Is a gas cloud
Yes.
prone?
You're
Okay.
not
Then it hits
prone.
me?
Yes.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Are you
That's fine.
insubstantial or something?
I have resistance to non-magical damage, so I'll take half damage.
Yeah, its attacks aren't magical.
That's fine.
So you're gonna take 1, 7, 13.
Whose side are you on?
Thanks, Rob. It's fine.
34.
by it multiple times.
34 points of damage.
So
You're
I stopped
exactly
using
right.
it.
That's
Divided by
your side.
2? Is that
Yes.
Yeah. so
34
17.
divided by 17.
Would have worked.
And then
Does
scoop.
it still go for me?
It still does, and that's a natural 20.
Then remind me, when you
On
had
me?
the
Yeah.
necrotic damage, was that halved?
Shit.
No, I don't think so. He didn't say it was
I rolled well, but
poison.
acrobatics,
Thank you.
Yep.
23.
35.
Shit.
So you are grappled, and then it just keeps scooping you and flings you off the temple. Then you make a dexterity saving throw for falling.
Do any of us have feather falls a reaction? 'Cause
I
only
do,
that-
but I think you have to be falling too.
No.
You don't.
You
No.
don't?
No.
Okay. Well, then I feather fall if you're within 60 feet of me.
So you just see Gilly get
I
yeeted
don't
off.
know if you're within, you should be within 60 feet. Yeah, you're good. So feather fall as a reaction.
You land at the bottom of the oldest temple. That is the Ancient Unbroken
With the
turn.
undead.
Well, they're not out yet because
They're not out yet.
it's been kept there. Justice, it's your turn.
Okay.
So you're a little gaseous cloud that just got smooshed a little bit.
That's fine. I am going to have an idea.
Well, we just got more fucked.
I'm going to drop out of my gaseous cloud, but as I do, I'm using Alter Self. I'm going to make myself look like Morgan.
How far down are you?
Okay.
It's gonna
And
take
then
me several
I'm
rounds
going
get
to, let me
back.
check one thing really quick. Spells.
I have thoughts.
Have at 'em, but if I'm on my own, I have several rounds to get back.
Okay. I'm going to try
Got little
to.
legs.
I'm going to try to use a deception check
do have
to
little legs.
make it think that I'm Morgan.
Okay, so we will use our better D&D system here, and this actually allows for this. So
Cool.
we can look into this. Go ahead and make. This is actually not deception. This is performance. We'll say you have advantage since you look like Morgan.
Okay.
What this is going to.
This wouldn't be like disguise or anything either. Just
I don't know what you mean.
just to playing on my I have.
It's
I have
not.
two
It's performance. It goes beyond deception
Okay.
because it's. Are you trying to command it?
Just trying to make it think that I'm her, and to give it a command. Yeah, to
If you're
get
trying to
stop.
command it, it's performance.
Okay. All right. That's a 15.
Okay, so. What was it?
15.
Yeah, that's a success.
Oh, okay.
So you pick one. You create an opportunity. You expose a weakness or a flaw. You confuse them for some time. You avoid further entanglement. This is called manipulate, mislead, or distract.
Avoid further entanglement. Would that apply to
That's a way
me?
to get out of fights or get out of whatever situation they're trying to pull you into. You
Would
can
that-
confuse them for some time. They might
Right.
skip their turn.
Right.
You can expose a weakness or flaw,
Mm-hmm.
or you can create an opportunity.
I'm going to confuse them.
Okay. So they look down and they go, Master.
In this fight right now.
And it looks around. Okay. And
Oh,
begins to
no.
raise its hammer.
Why did you say that? Good job.
Is that your turn?
Good
I
job.
mean, the intent of what I meant. I'm trying to make it stop.
Did you want to say stop
this
at
fight.
once?
Yeah,
There
stop
we
this
go.
at once, yes. That's right.
I mean, everyone else at the table read that.
Right.
Correct.
So not on me. Okay, I will say that works. They're not going to stop fighting, but they do pause for a moment. So you've kind of, this is a more complex skill challenge. You've
Sure.
made one in.
Perfect.
So there you go. Gilly.
How far?
Would you rather be hasted or have someone hasted come get you?
Hasted action can cast a spell, right?
The first spell, but not the second action. The first action, but not the second action.
Hasted actions are, you're talking about the actual action that haste
If I were
grants you?
hasted, what could I use with that action?
It's attack, interact, object, dash, disengage, hide. So no spells.
Dash, though.
Yeah. And it doubles your speed.
Yeah.
That dash do.
So you want to be hasted or not?
Sure.
Cool.
Unle-
Gilly, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Unless you think somebody getting me is better, I'll leave that decision to you. But I wouldn't be against it. Okay.
That's what you would say if Selena could hear you.
Yep, that's right.
And see you.
What? As Selena gets pile drive, what?
Are you sure? Are we really trying?
I'm really trying to pile drive you off this temple, okay?
Yeah.
All of us.
I see
Just let
this.
this happen.
I can actually get to here
The engine unbroken went, justice went. Okay,
with
so it
my
has its legendary.
with my turn, right? Can you make sure that
Yeah,
that's 50
that's
feet?
fine. That's fine.
Okay, and then
Map
so
is
action to dash. Used my movement. I'll actually, knowing that some of these things rely on being close to it, I'm just gonna keep myself back here.
okay.
I guess for now. Does that give me cover?
Yep.
All right, I'll stay there for some cover, and with my bonus action, I'll do another mass healing word.
Okay, roll it.
10.
Okay.
Y'all get 10,
Alrighty.
except for Justice since he's at full.
Actually,
Oh wait.
But
You-
I do
you're
have
not
a
at
thing
full
really
anymore.
quick. I do have a thing really quick before because it might, if it defects. I just read something as a single sentence on gaseous form. The target cannot fall and remains hovering in the air even when stunned or
Far too
otherwise
late, buddy.
incapacitated.
You
I
gotta-
didn't know.
Gotta
Okay.
have your stuff ready.
Okay.
Alrighty. Gilly, is that your turn?
Oh god damn it! See,
Gilly, is that
I
your
hit.
turn?
Yes,
Thank you.
I hit
Civilians?
damage instead of heal. It's fine.
Alright. Reach into my pocket and grasp the Void Diamond, and then do Collapse of Earning Titan centered on the middle of the door, which should grab Crystal and should grab the guy and hopefully slam them both into the door as well as each other.
The broken door?
What kind of save is that? Dex?
Dex 17.
Fails with an 8. And then, that one doesn't have advantage. The other one fails with a 15.
Alright. So they take 5d6 force damage and pulled into the point that I choose. Each creature that fails adds 1d6 bludgeoning damage to the spell's damage roll as the creatures collide into one another.
So 76.
Yeah. Alright.
You need more d6s?
I'm just gonna roll it.
Okay.
Void spell.
Yep.
Le void.
24 points of bludgeoning.
So you pull
Force.
out the void.
Force damage.
Yeah, force damage. Yep. So you pull out the void diamond and utter a single word of void energy, and a collapsing star emerges behind them. And when it disappears, it leaves behind this kind of horrendous sucking noise and a gravitational pull, smacking these two creatures into each other and doing significant damage.
Yikes.
Did the door break at all from them running
Oh, it's
into it or
shattered.
anything?
I don't have like
Boy.
I'm not gonna. It's shattered.
Perfect.
You didn't create a shattered door pod?
Secondary
Apparently
goal.
not. Is that your turn or?
That is my turn.
Alrighty, it's Astra's turn. Astra looks at the thing. She says, "Okay. I want someone else to roll this since this is big. I need. We'll say Gilly. Gilly, go ahead and roll me 2d20s and tell me what you get. You want to roll low.
Don't you say
I rolled 2 18s. This is my fucking luck today. This is my luck today. I have been just half
If
the
it
luck
was low,
has
you should
fallen
have me
through.
roll.
So Astra is like that zut vasti, and attempts to bestow a curse upon this creature, and it just withers away. It doesn't work. She's like, shit! It really is unbroken. Fuck.
Does she not have chill touch?
No.
Damn it! Fucking Grand Hag doesn't have chill touch.
she's more energy focused. Lair
Sure,
actions.
Grand Hag?
It's not taking its lair actions because it's temporarily confused. Mafanwe was gonna try to polymorph the thing. Roll me 2d20s.
Alright, I'm doing this again.
I could do it.
A 7 and a 12.
Oh, the 12 makes it.
Well,
Oh, it would have made it for me too. I'm just checking.
So she's like, this might work, and then doesn't.
the 18 there. Yeah,
She's like,
see?
oh my god, Selena.
This is who we are. We're living here for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Do you still need hasted because you're back up with us?
She's back.
I'll
up.
be okay.
Okay, perfect. Alright,
I just need to not be
Up the
thrown
stairs.
off here again.
You get up there.
alright.
Hasted does get advantage on dex saves, so that's actually good, but...
Alright.
Yeah, exactly. Into the crevice.
Yeah, dead, climbing through.
You don't hit the bottom, the hands catch you.
So we remember that this thing is resistant to fire, yes?
No, it's nothing to fire.
Okay.
It's immune to thunder.
Okay, and it has absorbed 2 more of these things, and we're trying to basically stun it into compliance.
Yes.
Alright. Let's go ahead and deck save. Let's do it. Agonizer's Scorcher.
Okay.
You can hit both of them, right?
5.
Yes, I can
Nice.
hit both of them with Agonizer's
His
Scorcher.
dex
because
saves
it's
are
30
so
feet.
low, even at advantage. It's funny.
Alright, so 3d8.
Well, 8, but...
So she's hitting both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a straight line between them, right?
16.
That's pretty
And
tough.
it still misses. Dex
Okay.
17.
Alright,
The needs is 17.
So
The needs.
3d8.
A mighty need.
The needs
Rolled
are so-
really low, so 6 points of damage to each
Yeah!
of them.
Look at us go!
Piling it on.
Your luck tonight
They'll
is
be down.
amazing.
6 out of 30. A fifth of the
Okay.
damage.
So that is my correct.
I've rolled a bunch of 5s and
Maybe you
7s
should just
for
plane
my
shift
stuff.
out of here.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Well,
Don't
that's
have that
for
spell anymore.
Just like it. Yeah, let me try.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Go
so,
ahead.
You assuming I'm reaching out for other people.
All right.
Yeah, it just leaves us.
Okay, so I
Time to go hang out with
Dice.
Dad.
make me a con save. We'll move forward and we'll try to poison spray it too.
Well. Oh, that's horribly cocked. Fails.
It
What
fails.
is this?
16. Yeah, 16. Rolled a 1 and a 3.
That's wonderful.
Alrighty.
Failing the irrelevant stuff.
16 points of damage.
It's failing the irrelevant stuff.
I love that I'm irrelevant to you, Matt. Good fucking job.
You guys are so fucked. Alright, moving on.
I'm gonna keep working my
Because
angle.
we're still trying to keep this thing alive, right? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to kill it.
I
Pretty hard to
mean,
kill. Being
Okay.
ancient and unbroken and all.
Well, alright, this is what we're doing.
Okay. So let's just set the scene and remind everyone. So the Ancient Unbroken seems to be able to summon earth elementals out of this iceberg that it clearly lives in or resides. The temple doors have been shattered, and you know that Morgan lies beyond. And the Ancient Unbroken stands there, seemingly invincible, but you are the only one who can charm it. But it has a mind and will of its own. This earth elemental's turn. It's gonna walk over to Sovelius. You're still there, right?
I am.
It's gonna attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
Make an acrobatics
Oh,
check,
God,
which
I
is
suck
an
at
advantage.
fight.
Ooh.
You know, if it were hexed, it would really not be able to do these things anymore.
17.
I can't hex it anymore.
20.
Oh, I actually.
I don't
Yeah,
do
it
that
won't
once
be
a
to
day.
24.
Okay.
I think I have bonuses.
You do. Equal
But
to your
that's
intelligence
concentration,
modifier.
so I'll lose my concentration.
Well, no, from Blade Song, I get bonuses
Yeah.
to acrobatics.
I'll lose alter self.
It's either advantage or
One
plus
thing that's
it-
worked
it's
against
one
I'm
of them.
double
That's fair.
checking.
Yeah.
Advantage on acrobatics, so yeah.
I just imagined something horrifying.
It's gonna basically push you over here, and then it just tosses you off the cliff.
Yes!
But it's gonna, I think, just smack you on the way down.
Yeah, little booty smack.
10. It misses with a 10. Woof, and you fall.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Further fall.
You land.
I was imagining what if it went
This is fun.
what if it picked you up and went return and then went oh
Probably should have done that, but I missed it.
Jesus.
Okay, the Ancient and Unbroken turn is now up. It is confused.
Yes.
Its confusion ends at its turn. Justice, it's your turn.
I'm going to try to continue the illusion. And I'm
Okay.
going to say, if you drop their weapon, they will stop attacking.
And you should make a, this is persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion.
Okay, it will be that advantage.
Yeah, they're about the same.
This is now persuade an NPC. Or here's what I'll actually say. No, this is still manipulate, mislead, or distract. I'm going to say you're going to create an opportunity for basically to get people inside the temple.
Okay. That's fine. That is a 24.
That is actually an extraordinary success. So, pick 2. You create an opportunity, you expose a weakness or a flaw, you confuse them for some time, you avoid further entanglement.
Maybe I do create an opportunity and avoid an entanglement.
Sure. So, it stops and is like, you command. And it sits there and ponders like, who's the sculpture that ponders?
The thinker?
The thinker, yes.
The
like
ponder.
The thinker?
I wanted to say the
And
ponder.
you can see it stops right there and thinks for a moment, and you all have just a moment to yeet the hell out of here.
As I get through, can I try?
One more time?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Selena, you roll 2 d20s. Let me know what you get. Because this is too big.
So I want to roll low,
suggestion
right?
again,
Yes.
because hopefully the suggestion will help. with that.
No one can roll like Liz can roll low.
Yeah, I know.
Why did you say it before she
Double
rolled?
11s. Double fucking 11s on the 2 dice that have been rolling natural ones all fucking night.
What's your DC?
18.
No. Beats it. Beats it by 1. Well, 2, but yeah. Alrighty, so you try one more time as you disappear out of there. Ooh. Oops, I was on my space bar. Ooh, oh no.
I just thought of something.
And you disappear into the old temple.
Do we think this thing's gonna follow us into the temple?
You know that it is at least bought into their illusion.
Okay.
I will say, as I'm leaving, I say, good job. Wait here.
It looks up. This actually works really well, actually. And you all disappear into the oldest temple, leaving the ancient and unbroken behind.
Still ancient, still unbroken.
Yeah. Mab and Morgan didn't kill this thing. They took it over.
Well, good to see who the ultimate deceiver is in this group.
I was gonna try
Fluffy
to blind
clouds.
it behind us.
Fluffy clouds.
Really do
You should
not
have pushed
know.
him in the chasm.
And now we know that the gaseous form cannot fall. And cannot,
You have learned.
I've learned.
You have learned.
Would have been perfect.
So you are pushing on into the oldest temple towards where you believe Morgan is.
It sure isn't a good idea.
What do you wish to do?
Like 3 spoons.
You are in tow with Astra and Morgan.
Or Mafanwe.
Mafan, thank you.
And
After 1,000 years, I'm free!
you finally broke my temple door.
We
We're released again.
This was the real
We keep
plot
finding
all
empty chairs throughout this entire temple.
That's right. What does
They're
it all mean?
slowly moving.
What does it all mean?
Oh God.
Think they hate it.
I'm gonna.
Beast.
That was more brutal than the ancient black dragon.
Correct.
Yep.
I'll have to add 2 of them for
And we
next
got
fight.
we got just as much loot from it.
Correct.
You got Mafanwe. She's loot.
That's true. She's ultimate.
Wow. We're calling a person loot
Can we
now.
NPCs are loot.
Can we slag her for a residual?
Could.
Excuse you?
You can certainly try.
And I took off my shirt and am wearing a tank top, and that's a reward for everybody.
That's true.
Did you see what I mean? Okay, so right there at the end, there was this moment where maybe, just maybe, the Mountain Elemental could have been killed, but instead they chose to try to charm it or do something else, and unfortunately that window had passed, and the Ancient and Unbroken was able to absorb its lesser cohorts and continue to summon them, healing up, and Justice, using his powers that he got from the soul of a vampire, which one day you'll see that boss fight too. He used his psychic vampiric powers that he got and mixed with his own abilities to transform from his subclass and his deceptive abilities, fooled the Ancient and Unbroken and got past the impregnable defenses that is that Ancient Elemental. Absolutely crazy. A lot of those checks, you know, the strength-based checks and the things like that, really hard for the Prism to bypass. So we really got to see a really cool encounter, and that has to be one of my favorite ones. You know, running D&D encounters is really hard. There's a lot to track, and that is one of those ones when we all walked away. I got a lot of compliments, which was really nice. And for my players, they're like, you did a really good job of tracking everything, and I thought that they did a wonderful job too. All right, so we hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let us know what you loved about the video, and make sure you're following us on all our socials. We love to bring you all the content we can. In order to keep doing that, we need your support. So the power is in your hands. Come support us so we can keep bringing you the content that you love and like. Alrighty, well, I don't know what the next one's going to be. I've been throwing up Twitter polls on my Twitter to see what people want to see. I think I want to do the vampire next, but then again, we did just have a really great dragon riding fight that I don't think everyone got to see, so we might just be bringing you that. I don't know. Go to our Twitter and let us know what you want to see next, or comment below. Alright, till next time on Just the Boss Fight.